recording. Yeah, I'll just click on file, then open folder. If you click open folder, you have to go in your desktop and you will find your folder over here. Our folder was web development, and you just have to select this folder. Okay, once we select a folder, we have nothing in our document. Like, see, if we click over here, it shows there's nothing in our folder. If we go in our folder over here, it is empty over here. So what we will do is, okay, we'll just click file and new file, and then you have to save the file according to what you're coding in this web development folder. Okay, you have to just save it as anything. For example, I want to save it with my name, amir.html. If you don't put this extension properly, that is .html, your file won't work properly. So if I just save it as amir.html and I go back in my folder, if I just click in my folder, see there's one file with the Chrome icon, and if I just double click it, it will automatically open in the Chrome browser. The reason it is blank is because we haven't written anything, any code in our file in this amir.html. You can give this file as any name, like for example, if you're coding a website for your school, so you just give the name of your school. It doesn't matter what name you give, but the extension, that is .html, is very important. If you don't save it as .html, and if you change the extension to something else, like if I just right click and I rename this file like .txt, okay, it automatically won't open in your browser. It will open in Notepad, or else if you save it as .docx, that is for your Microsoft Office, so it will open in that particular application. But you have to save it in .html format only. So it should open in your browser. Suppose if your browser is not default by this Chrome, if it doesn't show the Chrome browser icon and it shows Internet Explorer, so what you can do is you can just right click on it and then click open with and choose another app, and make sure you just tick this checkbox and you select whichever browser you are using. Suppose if you prefer Firefox, so you can choose Firefox. If you prefer Google Chrome, you can choose Google Chrome. But make sure your file is not opening in Internet Explorer, because this is an outdated browser. It won't support the HTML5 language properly. So you have to select whichever browser you prefer. Suppose if you use Google Chrome the most, then you choose Google Chrome. If you prefer Firefox, choose Firefox. So I prefer Google Chrome for the web development. So I'll choose Google Chrome. So it will open in my Google Chrome folder. And since we haven't added any
Amir,
code, yes, yes.
Amir sir, if I'm trying to save my file
Hmm.
from files and save as,
Yes.
yeah, save as and file name like Ankit dot html,
Okay.
but it's not showing.
What is it showing? What icon is it showing?
It's showing Internet Explorer.
Yeah. So what you do, see, just follow these steps. You just go on your file and then right click on it. Right click.
Okay,
Then you click open with.
open with, yeah.
Then choose another app.
Okay.
Okay. And make sure this checkbox is ticked. Okay. You just click
Always.
this and then you
Ha ha ha
choose
ha.
whichever browser you want to open it with. Either
Okay,
Google
okay,
Chrome,
okay,
Firefox, or whatever you use. Okay. And just
okay,
click
okay.
OK. So it will open in Google Chrome.
Google Chrome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's done. Yeah, got it, got it.
So which text editor are you using?
uh, like sorry, the slim.
Pardon?
Hello. Sublime text.
Okay, that's nice. So now we'll start with our coding over here. So once you
Okay.
have saved your document, okay, I think someone needs the explanation again. Actually, I have recorded this session, so I will share you all the Google Drive link. So you all can just go on that link and you can view it. But since this is an important part, I shall redo it. Anybody else didn't follow this part can just unmute themselves or else write in the chat box for me to explain this again. Anyone is there who didn't follow this? There's one person who found it.
What you're saying, Amir, is that you have to download it in Chrome and save it in that folder under HTML extension.
Yes, that's exactly what you have to do. You just have to download a text editor. You have to just go on google.com and then you have to go and type over your text editors, and you have to just select any one text editor. You can just select any of these. I use Sublime Text. You all can choose brackets, you all can choose Atom, you all can choose Notepad++, anything of your choice. You just have to download it and you have to run it. And once you're done with that, you just have to open a folder. Just right click, new, open folder, and save it as anything whatever you want. Yeah, just delete this folder. And you have to open that file in Google Chrome. You just have to right click your file and you have to open it in Google Chrome. So if you all don't have a text editor right now, no issues. You all can practice in a text editor after this class. So let's begin with the coding part, which is the main part. So I'll just open my.
Amir,
Yes.
I thought we had to download Notepad.
Notepad is there by default in your.
Yeah, so we can't work in Notepad.
You all can work in Notepad. That's not an issue. But the thing is, in Notepad, the text will be very plain. But if you code in a text editor, the text over here will be much more colorful. Like if you just type HT and then ML and everything else is typed automatically.
So I have to download. Now you're telling me to download
a text editor, either Sublime Text or else brackets. These two are very good.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes. So once we have saved a file in a .html format, what we have to do is we have to write this code. You just have to write HTML. Then this portion, the first line, it shows this bracket, then this exclamatory mark, and then it's written doc type HTML. This has no function in our file. Even if you don't type this part, there won't be any issues with your website. But the reason people prefer typing it, so that suppose in future any other developer is updating your website, any other developer is making changes in your website, so he will have an idea that this particular document is a HTML document and not any other sort of document. Of course, we have saved it in .html format, it's understood, but it's preferred to type this doc type HTML, and then we have to open and close this HTML tag. Okay, so I'll do it from the start. So what you have to do is just these brackets, this less than and greater than brackets, and then just type this exclamatory mark, and then you have to type doc type, everything in capital. Okay, if I type it in small, just see the difference. It is showing as plain text. It's showing that it has no function. So you have to type this in capital. That is doc type, and then you have to type HTML. This can be in capital or else in small. Okay, see, both are in red, so it's not an issue. Then the main coding starts from here. You have to open your bracket, then you have to type HTML all in small. Okay, in HTML the coding is done in small letters. So once you type HTML, once you open this tag by opening these two small brackets, this less than and greater than brackets, and you have to write over here in between HTML. So once you open a bracket, once you open a particular tag, you have to close this tag. So this closing of tag is done using this slash symbol. You open this greater than less than bracket, then you type this slash, and then you type HTML over here, and then you close this bracket. So you have closed this tag, you have opened this tag over here, and you have closed this tag over here. If you don't close this tag, you might find some errors in your website. There might be a problem. So it's compulsory to close every tag you open. So the first tag which we will be opening in our document is the HTML tag. It's very simple. You just have to open these two brackets, then type HTML within the brackets, then you have to close this bracket. So the main code of your website will be done in between these two brackets. You cannot write anything over here. Like if I want to add an input field over here, of course the text editor will display the text, but you cannot exceed this bracket. Like you cannot overwrite anything outside this bracket. So this should be your first tag which is opening, and HTML should be your last tag which has to be opened. Then after you open and close the HTML tags, the second most important tag which you have to add is your head tag. Head tag, like see, it automatically closed it. So you have to open the head tag and you have to close your head tag. It's very important. And the third tag which you have to open and close is your body tag. See, I've opened my body tag over here. I have closed my body tag over here. So the three tags which you have to open in your HTML document once you save it in a .html format, first is the HTML tag, then the head tag, then comes our body tag, and then you have to close each and every tag whichever you open. So head tag has to be closed once it's open, and the body tag has to be closed once it's open. So head tag and the body tag, they both have different functions in it. So in the head tag, we type all the content which won't be displayed in your HTML document. For example, if I type over here something, like I open a style tag over here, and I save it, and I refresh this page, so it won't show that I have typed style something over here. So whatever you write in your body tag, like if I open an H1 tag over here and I type something over here and I save it, I refresh this browser, it will show this content over here. So whatever content you want to show to your user, like for that matter, if you want to show them plain text, so you can do that only in the body tag. Like if I open this, and I refresh this part, so whatever text, pictures, videos, or else audios you want to add to your document, everything is done using the body tag. If I have to add a password field over here, I'll just refresh it and it will enter a password column. Like if I type something over here, it will show in password format. So
Input you have
everything
put there.
you can type anything over here. It will be in a password format. I'll go through everything. I just wanted to explain everyone that anything you want your user to view has to be written in your body tag, not in your head tag. In your head tag, there are different attributes and stuff which are written. But in your body tag, you have to enter everything, whatever your user has to view. So after you open and close your head tag and you open and close your body tag, you see over here, there's amir.html written on this tab. Can you all see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if I go
Yes,
to youtube.com, so what's written over here? YouTube only, the company's name. But over here, it's written amir.html. So the person, if you don't save, or else if you don't change this portion of yours, so it gives a bad impression of your website. So you can give any name to your website in the head tag. So it is done using the title tag. So the title of your HTML document, the name of your website is written in this title tag, within this title tag, like you open it and you close it. Again, I'm saying you have to close each and every tag which you open. Like I opened the title tag over here, I closed it. It doesn't matter if it's in the same line or it's not in the same line. All that matters is that you have to close this title tag once you open it. This title tag is written only in the head tag and not in the body tag. If I type over your title, oops, and if I type a title over here, okay, so this is wrong. See, oh, now it's showing me this is an unregistered copy of Sublime Text. You can purchase it if you want. So you have to click cancel. If you are using any other text editor, it might show you the same problem, but you don't have to pay for these text editors. It's meant to be free. It's just you can support their company by paying them some certain amount of money, but you don't have to purchase it. See, I typed over here title tag and I closed it and I typed Amir over here. So it didn't change my title of my document. Why? Because it's written in the body tag. So you don't have to write it in the body tag. The title tag is open only in the head tag. So
Amir,
yes,
suppose I type out title with the open tag, okay? And then I type out the words my first assignment,
yes.
okay? And close tag. What happens then?
Like you open the tag and
Yeah,
over
I
here you
type
type it
my first assignment, okay? Whatever.
within the bracket.
Yeah, there is no bracket because I'm working in Notepad, okay? I'll download Sublime afterwards.
Okay, so it won't show your title over. You have to open it and you have to close the title tag.
I closed it. I
Okay,
closed
and then between the opening and the closing, you have to write the name of your website. Like I'm writing over here, Amir.
Oh, you can't write my first assignment.
You can write anything over here. Like I'm writing some gibberish over here.
Okay.
So, and if I
Yeah.
save it and I just
Okay.
refresh this browser, so it will show anything, whatever I have written within the title tag.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can, if I'm making a website for my school, so I'll write the name of my school. If I'm making a website for my church, I'll write the name of my church.
Correct.
Or if you're opening any particular company, so you can write the name of your company over here. So I'm writing here, I'm writing over here web development,
Okay.
and I just save it and I
Okay.
refresh it. It shows web development over here.
You type out web development and then what do you click on? Save. File
Yes,
save.
Control S.
Control S. Okay. Yeah.
And you just refresh your browser, so it should show over here the title you have given.
Okay.
Yes, yes, it's sure.
It is still showing dot text, asterisk.
Oh,
Yeah. It's not allowing me to change.
it should work actually.
Yeah, it's not. Because I tried the whole evening. I was practicing.
Oh, that's nice. So
Yeah. So asterisk dot text, it's not allowing me. That's why I came up with this query in Notepad, and it's the latest version of Notepad.
okay. So after this class, you can just share, or else you can just share your screen right now.
Okay. You want the save as that screen, or you want whatever I've typed?
Yeah, whatever you have typed.
Typed. Okay.
And I hope your document is in the extension .html.
How will I get there? I just typed out the whole thing, okay, in Notepad.
Yes. And did you
Okay.
save it in a .html format?
It's not allowing me to save. That's
Just
what I'm.
or else you open a new document, you copy the same code, and once you click Control S, after you type anything like the name of your file, and just type .html. Like if I open a new file over here and I click Control S, I can write anything over here and then .html and just save it. .html.
Okay. 1 minute.
Yes, yes. So I hope all of y'all have understood how to add a title to your website. Many of the classes, like when even I was in college, they didn't tell us the function of the title tag. So every time when we used to open our website, which we had
Yes.
coded, so it
That
used
got
to show
saved.
this. Did it work?
Yes, it did.
Okay, okay. So it used to always show this .html extension, which used to not look good in the website. So make sure you have this title written of your website in the head tag. In the head tag, there are other tags also which come, but for now we will continue with just this part, and then we'll move on to the body tag. But because we have to display content on our website, that is more important than the other tags like your icon and all. That is more important. So once you enter,
Amir,
yes.
can I see the text you have typed is it has to come in that sequence, right? HTML, then head, then body.
Yes, it has to be in that sequence, and these spaces which are given, it's just for reading the code well. Even if you don't give this space over here, it doesn't matter. Like if I just remove the space, I refresh it, it will
Just in a
show.
straight line.
Yeah, it can be anyhow. So, but it should be in the same order, like head should come before, then the body tags should come.
Title tag also, no?
Yes, title
the-
tag has to be within the head tag.
Head tag. Okay.
Amir, in the
Yes.
body, put H1. Okay. I will succeed. Close tag H1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Can you repeat your question?
Body,
Yes.
under body, that syntax, I put H1, open
Okay.
tag, and I will succeed. Close H1.
Yes. So
Correct?
it should display the contents once you save your file.
Okay.
So what is the content which we have to display? We just cannot write plain text over here. Like if I write plain text over here and I save it, it will show the plain text, but it won't be in different format. Like I want to emphasize that this is a title, and I want it in bold format, and I want it in the center. So I keep on typing only stuff related to anything which we want to display, and it won't be in any particular tag, so it will not show your contents variation, and then your font size and your font families and all, it will all be same. And then once you just type stuff like this, you cannot add pictures, you cannot add a video in your HTML document. So what we do in order to display text on our HTML web page, we have different sort of tags. There is a group of tags known as the header tags. So if you have to open and close a title, you want to display a title or a subtitle, so it's mostly done in a header tag. So you don't have to type header, you just have to write h1 to close it, then you have to close your H1 tag, and in between the H1 tag you have to give a title like
Okay.
welcome, and you save it. And then once you refresh it, your text will be displayed on your web browser.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
how there is this H1 tag, we have this H2 tag also. And if I just type the same thing, welcome, and I save it, I refresh it, what's the difference? The H2 tag is a bit smaller, the H1 tag is a bit larger, and same goes with H3 tag. If I open and close this H3 tag and I copy the same word and I paste it over here, save the document, and refresh it, what happens is the H3 tag is displaying text smaller than H2 tag. So it displays text in smaller format. Like the H1 tag displays the biggest size of text, then comes the H2 tag, then the H3 tag, and it goes on like that only. Like if I open the H4
The
tag,
font size varies. The font size.
yes, Father said it right. The font size varies. Like the H1 tag will display the biggest font size, and then once you increase the number, like H2, if you write H2, if you write H3, if you write H4, the font size keeps on decreasing. So you can adjust the font size according to your need. It's not necessary if I write H1 over here and I want a bigger font. So you can do that. There's no harsh and fast rule in this that it has
How
to be of
do,
this particular size. So if you all have,
Amir,
yes,
how do you do that? Go to format and
we will do that once we start the styling part, the
okay.
CSS. So
Okay.
right now we will just see how to display plain text over here.
Okay. Done.
So have you all understood the header tag function, the H1 tag, H2 tag, H3
Yes,
tag?
sir.
It's
Yes.
very easy. You just have to
Yes, yes.
type whatever content you want within the tag. Like if I type something over here and I have to just save it, refresh it, so it will show over here. If I type within the tag, then it won't work. This text won't be displayed. Whatever you write within the tag will only be displayed. So make sure whenever you are writing some content, you write it within the closing and the opening of the tag. So how there is the header tag, it's used only mainly for your headings, your titles, your subtitles and stuff. So if you want to display a lot of content like a paragraph, if you go to Wikipedia, okay, over here what they are doing is they are displaying lots and lots of text. Okay, if we search HTML over here, it will display lots of text. So if we write everything in our H1 tag or the header tags, so the display of the website will become too much. Like if just type this and I refresh this page, so the entire page is being used and the text is displayed in a very large format. So for paragraphs we have another tag, like for headings and subheadings we have another tag, that is
P.
the header tag. Correct, we use the P tag, which stands for paragraph. H stands for header, P stands for paragraph. So in paragraph there's nothing such as P1 or else there's nothing such as P2, there's only P. So if you type anything over here, okay, and I just save this text and I refresh this part, so this text is being seen in a better font size. It's a readable font size, not too large, not too small. Of course you can adjust this size as well, there's no issues with that, but it shows a certain font size which is meant for paragraphs only. Like over here they show so many paragraphs and there is a lot of content, so you cannot display everything in your header tags. So there is this P tag. which you have to write your paragraphs in. So till now we have covered the HTML tag, which is the most important. If you don't write this tag, there's no problem as such, but then if you're not writing the opening, so you don't have to write the closing as well. I just save it like this and I refresh it, so it won't have any problem or issue. But this body tag and the head tag, you have to write it, because the web browser won't know which part of your code is the part which you have to display to your user. So this body tag and the head tag is the most important tag, because if you don't write the head tag, there won't be any titles shown in your website. So you have to write your head tag and your body tag, and within the head tag you have to open a title tag which will display the title of your website. So you can give this anything. I just write anything over here and it will display over here anything. So it's all up to you. So you have to write a title, you have to give a particular title to your website. It's very important. And then there are header tags and there are paragraph tags, which are used to display content on your HTML document. So once you are done with one paragraph, you can just open another paragraph tag. And then there's one function known as the lorem tag. If you just type lorem over here and then you click enter, so it automatically displays some sort of text. It's in Latin. I know we don't know Latin, but it shows text. You don't have to write so much, so that you can get an idea of how the variation in the font size is. So you can see over here, once I close this P tag, the paragraph tag, and I opened a new paragraph tag, automatically there was a space in the two paragraphs. Even if I remove this space, I just keep them together also, I save this code, still the paragraphs will have space automatically. So once you open a new paragraph tag, automatically the paragraphs will be separated from each other. Okay, so suppose you have written a paragraph over here. I open the P tag and I have written lots of things over here, and I've written more sentences and more sentences, and I want to separate these sentences from each other. I don't want them to be in a same line, so I can do that using the break tag, the BR tag. Like after this semicolon, you see, if I go in between this text and I just type this BR, this BR tag, once you open, you don't have to close this BR tag.
Yeah.
And if you just refresh this, this comes automatically on the next line. If I add another BR tag, so it will just skip another line. Just Control V, and we refresh this, so it is just skipping the line. So you can break your sentence anytime. Like if I type something, hello friends, and a comma, and I write, and I save this. Okay, and I refresh this, so it's all in one line. But I don't want them to be in one line, I just want them to be on different lines. So what will I do? I just type the BR tag, I'll just save it and I'll refresh it, so it will just jump another line. And if I want more space, I can just copy this and I can paste it and I can save it, so it will skip another line. It just breaks the continuity of the line, the BR tag. So far anyone has any doubts?
No, but
In the header tag?
Amir sir,
Yes.
how can we change the font size?
Font size, as I told teacher Freda, that we will discuss that section when we start with our styling, the CSS part.
Okay, got it.
So that we don't get confused within coding in HTML and the CSS. So to avoid the confusion, we are just learning from scratch. So if I add more attributes and styling part, so the person might get confused in the coding. So
Okay.
far we have just covered how to display plain text in our HTML document. So we have the header tags and the paragraph tags, which are used mostly in our website. So we can display any amount of text. Like if you want 5 paragraphs, you can display 5 paragraphs. It's all up to you. So
Amir,
yes,
Okay, got it.
uh, when we are working on this, we require internet or we offline also we can work.
you can work offline also, because your website which you're coding is within your laptop. It's
Yes.
in the same PC, or it's in the same machine. So
Okay.
the browser will just read your code and it will display the text. If
Okay.
you want your friends to view this HTML document, so
Okay.
they cannot view it from their laptops. Even though if they type this entire URL, they can't view it. So I will be showing you all how to host that website on a live server. You can
Okay.
have that server installed on your laptops and your PCs, and you can have that server on a cloud-based platform. So I will show both ways how to host a website, so that
Okay.
you can share your website which you have made.
Yeah. Another question.
Yes.
If can more than one person give same name for the title? For example, now we are 20 plus people. If everyone chooses to give a title as Sentan, is that okay?
Yes, that's completely fine. What happens is that you cannot have the same domain name. Once you host your website,
Hmm. Yes.
you see this google.com, this is a domain.
Right.
.com is a domain and Google is the subdomain. So you cannot have the same domain. Like if I have to make a new search engine, so I'll have to give another name. Like for example, I'll give it amir.com.
Ah.
I can save it. Suppose if amir.com is not available to me,
Okay.
so you can purchase a domain name with .org, .org, or
Okay.
else
Okay.
.in, or else .xyz. There's a domain name as .xyz. So you can change the domain name, but the title of your application, the title of your website can be same. I'll register a search engine for myself, and I'll keep the title as google.com only. How Google has it over here. If I go to google.com, over here, it's showing Google, so I can write over here Google only. So once I host my website also, it will show Google over here, and I can keep the same logo as well. I can keep the same content as well. Only thing is that I cannot have the same domain name, google.com. I have to rename it like something else, .com or
Okay. Okay.
.org and all that. So that's the thing you have to change. The title, everyone can have the same. Like I'm making a website, I'm keeping it as Facebook. You are making a website, you can keep it as Facebook. I'm keeping it as suppose my school's name, Stanislaus. You can also keep it as Stanislaus. But only thing that will make a website different from each other is the domain name, which is very important. So the domain has to be purchased.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes, no problem. So I hope till now you all have understood the function of the header tag, the title tag, the body tag, and the header tags and
Break.
paragraph tags. If anyone has a doubt in these tags so far, can just write in the chat box, or else that person can unmute themselves, clarify their doubt, because this is the most basic part. If you find problems in this, and if it's not cleared, so you might find additional problems in future. So if there is any person who didn't follow this much, can just unmute themselves.
I mean, in the break column over here, you've written break twice. Do you have
Yes.
to close it?
No, you don't have to close it. If I just type this once also, it's not an issue. It's just that I want the line to be jumped once more. Like you see the space is
You don't have
left.
to double.
Pardon?
Just a single one would do, just one BR.
Yeah, just one BR you want, you can do that. So whenever you close a tag, you just have to add a slash and then the tag's name. Like suppose if I have opened a tag like XYZ. So if I have to close this particular tag, I just have to write a slash and then the name of the tag XYZ. Like XYZ is not a tag, so it won't have any function. It will just display plain text, or else it might not display as well. So once you open like this paragraph tag, I've opened it. I just have to add a slash and close the tag. And in between the paragraph tag, in between the header tags, you have to write whatever you want to display. Like how we want to display the H1 tag, the paragraph tag and stuff. We are writing everything in between the body tag. If you just backspace all this and you just see the code, so everything is being written within the opening and the closing of the tag. So if I want to display text in my body tag, so I have to write the name of the tag and display the text accordingly. So every time you want to display anything, it has to be written in between the tags. Like there's this H1 tag, I'll display content. Then there's this paragraph tag. I have to open it, close it, and in between the opening and closing, I have to write my content. And then once you save it, make sure you save it. Sometimes people forget to save their code. Like I backspace this part and I don't save it and I refresh it, so it will show 2 lines when though I have written only 1 line over here. And if I just save this and refresh my browser, so it will show that 1 line which I have written. So if you don't save your code, so it won't show the changes which you have made in your browser. So till now we have completed and covered the header tags and the paragraph tags, which are part of the body tag. If anyone else has a doubt, please go ahead with your question.
Ahmed, I just had a question.
Yes.
I've downloaded the Sublime text, but can you tell me? I have understood all the tags that you've just shown. How do
Okay.
you now? How do you use the browser and display it in that?
Yes, I'll show you all.
If you can do that again.
So you install Sublime Text. You have a shortcut like this. Like I have a Photoshop shortcut. I have a Tor browser shortcut. You have a shortcut.
I was trying to do that. I don't know where it is.
Did you
Okay, you just
install
showing the
your?
steps.
You
Yeah, I
installed?
did.
Yeah. So what you can do is in your desktop, you just
Yeah.
right click and you open a new
Okay.
folder.
Okay.
New folder and you give it any name. Like I'm giving it Amir.
Okay.
And I'll add my surname and I can just save it.
Okay.
Then what I have to do, I have to open my Sublime Text application.
Yeah.
If you don't have a shortcut over here, you can go in this search column and you can just search for Sublime.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I did, and I opened the
Sublime. And once you open your Sublime Text,
yeah,
you have to just click on this file.
and I saved it with my name. Yeah.
Yeah, file, open folder, not open
folder.
file. You're not
Okay.
opening a file. Open folder, and then you have to choose the folder wherever the folder is saved. Suppose if you have saved your folder in your C drive, so you have to go to
Okay.
your C drive and you can select your folder. We have saved it in on our desktop. You have to go on desktop and you have to choose your folder. Like I've selected this Amir Zakaria. So you have to just select your folder. So in the start, there won't be any file inside your folder. Your folder will be an empty folder. There won't be this .html thing.
Okay. Okay.
So what you have to do once you open your Sublime Text, they won't show you this particular window. You have to just click Control, this key Control, and then the N button. Both you have to click it simultaneously, and it will show you have opened an untitled tag, an untitled document. So you have to just click Control S, and you have to save it in that particular folder which you have chosen. You have, there are times when it won't show the folder which you have chosen. Then you have to just go to your desktop, then the name of your folder, and then you have to save your file. Right now I have saved my file, so it's showing over here. If I wouldn't save my file, so this amir.html wouldn't be seen.
Okay.
Yeah, so make sure you have this extension .html. If you don't have this extension .html, so the browser won't run your code. It will open a text file, so you can just edit your file and nothing else. Of course, you can rename the extension, but save it as .html.
Okay.
Once you're done saving it, you have to type this code. You have to open the HTML tags. You have to open the HTML tags. You have to close the HTML tags, and within the HTML tags, you have to open your header tag and your body tag, head tag and your body tag. I think so. Someone has raised his hand. Shalom. Yes, what's your
Yes.
question?
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask. So today, since we had the homework of installing
A
a
text
text
editor?
editor,
Yes.
and I installed Notepad++.
No problem. That's not an issue.
So I realized that you were using Sublime. So going forward, will it make a difference, or
It won't make
am I
any
good?
difference as such. You can choose any text editor. I prefer Sublime because the features in Sublime are better than Notepad++.
Right. No, I'm asking like, is it like more advanced or something like that, or like, will I not be able to continue
No,
in Notepad?
no, there's nothing as such. You
All
can
right.
continue in Notepad++ as well. I just like this
Okay.
dark theme, which I can
Yeah, I like the
change
lighter
it.
one.
Yeah, which I can change at any time because of this dark theme. Of course, there are other text editors also like Visual Studio, which is more advanced
Right.
than Sublime Text. Then there is
Right.
Brackets, which is licensed by MIT, this
Right.
United States University, MIT. The students had made it, so that is also quite good. But I prefer the Sublime Text. There are many people who develop in other various softwares, so it doesn't make a difference. Not much.
Okay, got
Only
it.
there might be some features which are different, some features which might be more, some might be less. So there's nothing big in that. It all
Okay.
depends on your
Okay.
code.
So I'm good to go. Thank you.
Yes, yes. So I hope everyone has followed the header tags and the paragraph tags so far.
Yes.
So shall we continue?
Would you like to give us homework on this?
Yes, you all can just practice stuff in your H1 tag and the H2 tag, and then you all can use the BR tag like I write hello there, and I want both of them to be on different lines, so I can just write the BR tag,
Yeah.
and I can just separate them and save it, and it will work perfectly. So you all know how to divide your screen into two halves?
No,
So,
I don't know.
I use Windows. So the command for Windows is the Windows key. You'll see Windows key next to the space bar, next to this Alt button. You have to just click the Windows key, and then the keys are there now, up,
Yeah.
down, left, right. You have to just click them together. Suppose I want this Sublime Text towards the right, so I'll just click my Windows key and the right key, and then I can put it at the left as well, and
Can you repeat it, please?
just put it on top. The Windows key and the
Yeah.
keys which you use, this up and down, then were you able to do it?
Do you do it together?
Yes, you have to click the Windows key, and you can just hold it for another 4-5 seconds also. That's not an issue. And then you have to click the right, left, top, bottom as per your requirement.
I don't think I could get it.
No problem. You are using Windows which version?
Windows, I am using some Libra Office or something like that.
No, Windows. You're using Windows operating system? Windows
10.
7, 8, 9, 10.
10, I think. It's LibreOffice Writer.
Is it the same layout as mine?
Same layout.
Like you have this search column, then you have this.
Yes, yes, I have the same.
So it should work probably. You have to just click your Windows key and the right upright and stuff. If you just go on google.com and you just
I'll-
type how
delete the class. Yeah.
multitask on Windows. Okay, so you can just go on YouTube and just check it out. It's very easy, like
That.
it's just 2 keys. You have to just click them together and it
Okay.
should work perfectly.
Yeah.
So moving on with our displaying content. Now, if you want to display a list, like if I open this paragraph tag and I close this paragraph tag and I type over here one, that is okay, and then I go down, then I open another paragraph tag, then I write two, and then something else, and so on. So what is happening is you have to constantly open your tag and then you have to add this number over here, and the list you have to go on using this method only. But there's a easier method, and it is advised to use this method to display a list. So the lists are of two types. There is an ordered list which will be numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there comes an unordered list which will be displayed in bullet format. So ordered list stands for OL. O stands for ordered and L stands for list. So as I told you all, you all have to open the tag and close the tag. So OL stands for ordered list, and for unordered list we write UL. U stands for unordered and L stands for list. So you all can repeat in your minds. OL stands for ordered list, UL stands for unordered list. Very simple. If you all just try to memorize it, so it won't be in your heads for a longer period of time. You'll have to understand what you all are writing. So OL stands for ordered list, UL stands for unordered list. Now I have to display content over here within my ordered list and unordered list. And I have written something over here, and I just go and refresh my browser. You see, this is not in the ordered list format, even though I've written it within the OL tag. Why? Because there is one more tag which you have to add, and that stands for list information. That is LI. LI stands for list information. L stands for list. I stands for information. And you can just open another LI tag, and if you just refresh it, so it will show 1 and 2. Now within this LI tag you can add the content, like I am writing Mir, then I'm writing one more person's name, that is Yusuf, then I can add another LI, and then I can add some other name Zach, and I can just go and refresh it. So it is coming in an ordered format. Why? Because I've written the list within the OL tag. So if I just write something over here, I can save it. So it's not being in the ordered list. So you have to write this LI tag, which stands for list information. You have to tell the browser that what is the information you are entering, which has to be in the ordered format. So the browser will understand, oh, okay, so you have to write these names in the ordered format. So that is Amir, Yusuf, then there's Zach I've written. So you can write anything over here, like you can write football, and then any other sport like hockey, and then you can write something else, gibberish, and then you can just save it and refresh it. So it will be in the ordered list. Suppose if you just open and close the LI tag and you don't write anything in it, it will just display the number of the position at which the LI tag was opened. So if I just open more LI tags like this and I save it, so there won't be any information in it, but the list will show the number. So if you don't have to write anything in this list, just backspace it and you just save it so that these extra numbers won't be seen. So OL stands for ordered list and UL stands for unordered list. And like In ordered list, we wrote LI, list information. Same you have to do in the unordered list, because both have to be written in the same format. So what happens if I type something over here like this, and then I open another LI tag, another LI tag, and I save it. You can see it is in bullet format, and I've left these two LIs as unused. I haven't written anything over here, so it's still showing this bullet over here because I was supposed to write something over here. If I write something over here and I save it, so it will be displayed. So OL stands for ordered, UL stands for unordered. So it's all up to you if you want to display a list which has to be in an ordered format. So what happens, suppose if you are making a large list of 400-500 people, so you won't remember the number of people or the number of times you have added this LI. So it automatically gives the number according to the position, and I just save it, I refresh it, so it will automatically give the number 4. I don't have to manually sit and write number 6, number 5, number 3, and so on. So the use of this OL tag can be done only for lists, and you can add n number of list information in your OL tag, in your UL tag, all according to your needs. So
Amir,
yes,
if we want alphabetical order, then does it take automatic, and we have to give something else for that?
yes, there is another command which you have to add over here in the OL tag. So I'll cover that later on, so that whatever attributes you can add within your main tags, all that will be covered in coming tutorials. So now it's just basic displaying of the text. You had a valid point that if I want to display the list in alphabetical order, so how that can be done. So that is also important. It will be covered in the next tutorial, in the coming tutorials. But for now, I hope everyone has understood how to display basic text in your
Yes.
HTML document. That is your header tags, then your paragraphs, then your ordered list, then comes your unordered list, and so on. So anyone has any problem in these attributes, in these tags, so you all can just say it right now so we can clear that doubt of yours. So I think no one has any doubt. So every time you want to make any changes in your document, you just make the change, make sure you save it, and you refresh your browser. Now many people are using laptops and all, and desktops. So what happens, you have to just select the entire line if you want to remove it. So there are shortcuts to select the entire line. Suppose if I have written a big line over here, okay, and another big line, and it keeps on going like this, and I want to select everything. So what you can do is you can just click on the particular text 3 times. Like if I'm near this Z, I just click on over here 3 times. It selects the entire line, and you can backspace it. If you want to select a particular word, okay, I've written this word, I've written this word. You have to just double click on the word, and you can backspace it. Or if you want to copy that word, you can just Control C and then Control V for pasting it. So if you single click it, so the cursor comes where you clicked. If you double click the word, you select the entire word, and if you triple click the word, you select the entire line. If you go in your if you go in your Microsoft Office as well, and you do the same thing for copying stuff or deleting stuff, you can just triple click on your line over here like this. If I type something, and if I want to delete this entire line, so I'll just triple click on it, and I'll just click backspace. If I want to delete a particular word, suppose this word is very big, instead of selecting the entire word, what you can do is just double click on the word, and you can backspace it, triple click on the particular line and you can erase the entire line easily. So you can do the same in your browser as well. If you type a particular search query in Google and you have like multiple words, you can just double click and remove the one word, or you can just triple click and remove the entire sentence. Of course, you can just click on the X over here in the search column in order to remove the entire thing. But these are shortcuts which people have to remember so they don't waste time. The faster you code, the faster you'll get the results. And a person can code fast if he minimizes the use of his mouse. So the less you use your mouse, the more efficient you will code. Suppose if I have to copy this particular code, okay, so what I'll do, I'll just go over here, I'll just click copy, and then I'll click enter, and then I'll again go over here and I can paste it. Of course, you can just right click and paste your things, but instead of doing such a long method, you can just copy the entire thing. Of course, for copying, you'll need the mouse, and then you can just hit Control C and then Control V. I know these small things many people know, but there are people who are unaware of it. So the more you use your hands on your keyboard and the lesser they are on your mouse, the faster you will be able to code. So these are just suggestions people suggest to all these people who start off with coding, so that people code in a more efficient way, in a more effective, and in short span of time they can cover a lot of things. So till now, I hope everyone has understood the H1 tag, how to use the OL tag, how to use the paragraph tag, the UL tag, what is the difference between H1 and H2, and so on. I hope anyone, if that person has any doubt, they can just raise their hands or they can unmute themselves and ask the question. If not, then we can proceed further. We have like 15 more minutes till 10 o'clock. We have our class. So 15 more minutes, we will continue with our coding class. Anyone has any doubt so far, they can go ahead. So I think no one has any doubt. So we will proceed further. Now you can see our website over here has no icon. For else, if you go to youtube.com, see they have this small icon, this red color thing, which symbolizes YouTube. And our website, it doesn't have any icon. So what I will do, I will go to google.com and I'll type a search query of the icon which you want. If I want a football icon, I just type football icon and hit enter. So here it will show me a lot of options over here. So I can just download any of these icons and I can add it as an icon over here. So in order for you to add it, there's another way. So you can choose the icon from google.com. It can be in any format. It can be in JPEG, or else it can be in the extension PNG. It doesn't matter. It can be an SVG icon. So you can either go to this website flaticon.com and you can select an icon, whichever you like. See, these companies which provide icons, they provide high quality icons. Like you can see, you'll have a larger choice over here. So you can just right click and you can download the PNG or else the SVG of the icon. So if I just download the PNG version, so you can just go on the free version and you can download it from google.com as well. Like if I go on google.com and I type this particular search query, football icons, okay, and I want this icon. So you can go on images also. Here also there are lots and lots of icons. You can just right click and you can save image as. Okay, you have to click save image as, and then comes the most important part. You have to save this particular image in the same folder where your website is. Your website is in desktop. You have to select desktop and the name of the folder. The name of our folder is web development. You have to go in this folder and you can give this any name. Okay, this download is not like, I can give it a football, and then it's the JPEG format which has to be there, and you can just save your icon over here. See, if it's not in the same folder, the icon won't be displayed. See, it has to be in the same folder. My HTML file and my icon file both are in the same folder. Then once they both are in the same folder, you have to go in your text editor where you have written your text. I mean, where you have written your code. Then I can just open my browser. I hope you all can see both the screens well. Then you have to go in your header tag, because you will be displaying your icon over here next to your title. So for that, you have to type a very small query over here. You can either type it before the title tag, you can type it after the title tag, or else you can type it after the meta tags as well. I'll cover the meta tags as well in the next tutorial. And if we have time today, we can go through the meta tags today as well. So in order for you to add an icon over here, you have to just type this. You have to open this bracket, then you have to type this link space rel, REL, and equal to, and these double inverted commas, and you have to type over here, what are you linking? We are linking an icon. Okay. After you click link rel icon, you have to type href. Here you have to write the name of your file with the proper extension. So if my file's name is football, okay, and I write just football over here and I save it and I refresh it, there won't be anything. Why? Because I haven't added the extension. What I'll do, I'll just go in my folder. I'll check what extension does it have. It has the extension of a JPEG image. So that is JPG, not PNG, but JPG. So I have to just write dot JPG. And if I just save it and I go in my web browser and I just refresh it, so you can see a football icon is being displayed instead of that the world globe icon. It's displaying a small football icon. Can you all see it?
And if it's in PNG format, then
If it's in PNG format, instead of JPG, you write PNG. If it's in SVG format, you can write SVG. It all depends on the extension you have. If you have a particular extension, you have to stick to that particular extension. If I change the extension, icon is gone. So make sure you add the extension properly, because then the web browser won't be able to read that particular file. It won't have that file, so it won't assign that icon. So you can assign any icon you want. The name can be anything but the name of the file. If I have saved the name of the file as football, it has to be football. If I had saved it as Amir, so it had to be saved as Amir. If I just refresh it, it won't show any icon because I haven't saved an icon with the name Amir. So make sure the name of your file and the extension of your image, it has to be same, and your icon and your HTML document has to be in your same folder. If I have it on my desktop and not in my folder, and even if I type the same name of the file and the proper extension, that was football.jpg, okay, and I save it and I refresh my browser, it won't show this icon. Why? Because they both are not in the same folder. So you have to make sure they both are in the same folder. Once I add this icon back in my folder and I just refresh my browser, so what will happen? It will show the icon over here easily, and this icon is added very easily. You just have to open the brackets, these lesser than and greater than brackets, and you have to type this small code, that is link rel equal to double inverted commas. Even if you don't type this part, Okay, it won't make any issue. I just go ahead and refresh it. You can see the icon is still there in my website. So this link rel, this icon, it's written so that the person, suppose I have coded a website and tomorrow my brother or my colleague wants to make changes in my website, so he should know that what I have assigned as what. So if I have written rel and then I have written icon, so the person will know that yes, this is the icon which was assigned. So if he has to change the icon in future, what he can do, he can just download another icon and he can change the icon to the name of the file which was saved. Like I download another icon and I save it as amir.png. If it's a png image, I'll save it as png, and I can change the icon easily. I won't have to go about searching where the query was written, where the particular line of code was written, and then go to that line and then edit it. We write this rel icon. It's just for knowledge purpose. It's for the person to read the code well, so that the person understands the code. Like I type a code and someone else types a particular code, unless or until we haven't mentioned a few things, so we won't be able to understand the code properly. Like this is just basic code over here which we have typed. Anyone can just read it and that person will know, yes, the title over here, hello there, is written over here in this first line, and the break tag is there, therefore it's jumping the line and not in the same line. So this is like very little code, but once you start typing lots of code, like if I just check the Google's code, you can see they have written lots and lots of code over here. And within the head tag, they have lots of things, like there are the scripts, and then there are the style sheets which are linked. And within these scripts, there are another key functions which have been written. And there's lots and lots and lots of code. So when you have written so much code, what people do, they just add a small comment next to the code. Like if you just have to add a comment over here, so what you will do, you will open these brackets, you will add an exclamatory mark, and then you will add these dash. You see these hyphens, you have to add 2 hyphens. If I add 1 hyphen, it won't work. You have to add an exclamatory mark, then 2 hyphens, then you can write any comment over here, like this is a title. Then make sure you add another 2 hyphens at the end, otherwise your entire code will get commented. What happens in a comment, when you write a comment, that comment won't be displayed in your website. Like I've added this is the title, you cannot see this is the title in my website. Why? Because it is a comment. If you want your text in other languages, what you can do is like over here I have added text in Latin, so the text should be in Latin. Like if I just click lorem over here, it's a function which displays text in Latin. It's just displays gibberish, like it makes no sense, lorem ipsum, something like that. If you just translate it, it might show you the exact translation. So if your code, if you write that code in a particular language, like if I go to google.com and I go to Google Translate, and I want my this as Arabic, and actually I'll exchange this, it should be, and this will be Hindi. Okay, the Devanagari script. Okay, I'll type over here hello. Okay, यहाँ पे it's showing namaskar. So what I can do, I can just copy this text. Okay, Control C, and I can go in my code, and if I just add it over here, this entire code, and I just save it and I refresh it. So you can see over here, it's written in the Devanagari script, Namaskar. So this keywords, whatever you type in, if you type in that particular language, in that particular script, or else in that particular format, so it should display that text of that language. But usually what happens, people just write their websites in English, and then what happens, they can change the preferred language to whatever they want. Like I have written this text in Latin, and if I've written this text in Latin and I don't know Latin, I go to google.com, and then Google is smart that Google will ask me, that Google knows that I don't know Latin. So I can just click always translate, and I can just close it, and it should translate. Mostly it should translate. I don't know why isn't it translating. But it should translate. Like I have made a website and it's displaying content only in Arabic, and I don't know Arabic, so Google will automatically translate it for me. But if you want to display your content in Arabic, so what you can do, you can just download the Arabic keypad. Okay, the uh, um, keyboard, you just download the Arabic keyboard, and you can type in Arabic. Like over here it's giving you option to type over here, like I'm typing this, and whatever you want to type over here, you can just type. And then what you can do, you can just simply copy this text, go in your code, and display it over here, and you just hit Control S, go in your browser and just refresh it. So you can see it's written all in Arabic. So if you want to display any sort of text in any language, you have to write it in that particular language. So I hope that doubt was cleared. And so far, whatever we have covered today, anyone has any doubt in this?
Yes, I do. One small thing. When you were showing us, when you were teaching us about the comments, I didn't really get why someone would want to write comments, or
Yes.
basically what's the purpose?
See what happens right now, we are writing small codes for our website, okay? But once you grow big, like you are coding for Facebook, you join Facebook and they want you to update a particular part of the code. They are like, you see this particular text box, I want it in a different format and all that. So if you just sit here and keep searching for the particular line of code, so you might end up not finding that line. So I'll just show you one. So if I go to my client side, I have some websites over here, and I go to this public, and I have this index.html. I'll open this in and I'll open this with Sublime Text. So what you see over here, I have a lot of code. Like if you go down, you keep scrolling, and there are like 381 lines, which is not that much for coding. But if you go and keep on searching for things over here, that where is this particular region? If I just open this in the browser, I right click and I open it, and I want to edit this part, today's offers, and not the new arrivals, not the hot deals. So what I will do, I'll go in my source code and I'll search where is that particular section. So I have saved the first slider as the first slider section, then the middle section, and within the middle section I've added this grid layouts, and I have added this horizontal layouts. Then there comes today's offers, then new arrivals. So you see, if I want to go edit this particular part of my code, like this trending today, and I keep searching for this code, and I make changes in my code to check which is this part, so I might not end up finding it. So if I add this comment, see, trending today ends over here, this particular section. Okay, trending today starts over here. I want to remove this trending part. I just hit backspace, I save this, and I refresh. So what you see, the trending section is gone. So why was I able to edit it so fast? It was because I had this comment over here, which was showing me that yes, this particular section is starting from here, it's ending over here. Then the hot deals section is starting over here, it's ending over here. So that the person who's reading my code will come to know which section is where. He won't get
Right.
lost. He won't find it tough to edit your code and update your website. Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically for like the writer to navigate, basically.
Yes, I have made a website, then tomorrow I give it to you so that you can edit it according to your need. So
Right.
you cannot go about making changes in the entire website and check which part is what. So if there's a
Right.
comment, it makes it easier for you to analyze and find out that this part, okay, this part is over here. I can make changes in this part. This part is over here. Oh yeah, I can make changes over here. So it makes it easier for the person. Like in future also, I open my own document and I try to edit it. So because of these comments, I will be able to find out where this particular section is starting and where it is ending and stuff like that. So it makes the person easier to access and read the code. The code is readable.
Right. Got it. Thank you.
You're most welcome. So if anyone else has a doubt related to
Amit,
displaying,
Amit,
yes,
I have one doubt that I have downloaded the icon moneybag.png, and even I have saved in this link, but it's not showing.
you
It's
have
not showing the
downloaded
icon.
what? An icon.
Icon.
Yes,
Ah.
yes, and
In,
it's not
PNG,
displaying the
PNG
icon in
format.
this particular area, right?
Yes.
So you have saved the name. It should be in the same folder. Okay, if it's not in the same folder,
Yeah,
it
it's
will
in the
not work.
same folder only. It's
So
in
you
the same
checked whether
folder.
both the files, like if I go in my folder and I see football.jpg and amir.html, they both are in the same folder. Is it in the same folder?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not showing in the JPEG like PNG file. It's fine, no?
Yeah, if it's in PNG also, it's not an issue.
Okay.
So have you typed this correctly? Link rel icon and then href equal to double inverted commas and the name of your file with the extension.
Yes.
So
Icon.
is it
After
in the
icon,
head
there is
tag?
a space, right?
Pardon?
Yeah, it's in the head tag below title.
Okay. So you have written link rel
Yes.
href equal
Okay,
to
we are
double
done.
inverted commas. Have you saved the code? Click Control S.
Okay, hold on. Yes, I have done it, but it's not showing.
Is your title displaying properly? Whatever title you had assigned, is it showing?
Yes, it's showing.
It's showing. You can just share your screen.
Hold on.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
It's also in the same.
Href money bag, and what's the extension? Link.
PNG.
So you open this file in your browser.
Yeah, it's here.
Oh. Are you sure it's in the same file? It's in the same folder.
Yes, hold on. I'll show you.
Yeah, just show me the folder. Money dash bag and the extension. It's PNG, right?
Yeah.
It should work. I don't
Have
know
you
why.
saved it?
Yes, I have saved it.
Is anyone else facing the same problem?
Is HTML case sensitive or something like that?
No, it's not case sensitive. Like if I type body in capital, so it will still work. It's not an issue. If I
Right.
type H1 in capital, so it will still work. It's not an issue.
Alright.
So I think so this dash you didn't put, or else you try renaming your file. Instead of this dash, you just remove the dash from your main file, and you just try renaming your file and save it.